Today is day one of the carnivore diet. Oh boy. So I just finished off a 14-ounce ribeye steak and 2 eggs, and I cooked them in butter and salt. It's like midday. Let's see, it's about 1 o'clock right now, a little after 1 o'clock. It was delicious. I am absolutely stuffed right now. Of course, I cooked 2 ribeye steaks, and then my wife and kids were like, let me have some. So they ate almost half of the other steak. I'm thinking about dinner. Not that I'm hungry at all, and maybe I won't be hungry tonight, but just in case, I think I'm going to make them hamburgers and at least have a few patties ready for me, a few hamburger patties for me. I can put some cheese on them. And if I'm not hungry, I won't eat them. If I'm hungry, then I'll eat at least 1 or 2 or something. Or maybe I'll just kind of force myself. I don't know if I should be forcing myself to eat it or not. From what I understand, from what I've read, that you eat until you're comfortably full. And then when you get hungry again, then you eat more meat. There's like no restrictions. I'm happy I'm able to put on my headband. Once again, I haven't been able to put my headband on and since I cut my hair earlier this year. So my hair's grown fast. Today, the missus is upstairs taking down Christmas decorations. I got to get the Christmas lights off the house, and then I'm about to jump on my editing software and edit some more video content for my guy Greg Dean. I told him to have it done by week's end. I don't know. Today's Friday. What's week's end? Is it Friday? Is it Saturday? Is it Sunday? Does your week start on Sunday? Does your week start on Monday? I don't know. My week doesn't start on Saturday, so technically Friday is not a week's end. But we're going to work on that for a little bit. I'll probably work on this for like an hour, and then I'm going to go upstairs, probably take down the Christmas lights. Maybe I'll take down the Christmas lights tomorrow. Like at least work on the tree, getting the tree out of the house. I'll feel good if I can get the Christmas tree out of the house and maybe the garland out of the house. That'd feel good too. Then tonight, depending on how I feel, tonight my friend Buffy has a show at the Ice House. I reached out to the producer, found out it was a bringer show, and I just haven't made any money in the last year or in the last like 8 months because the film industry was shut down. So I'm not trying to like spend extra money. There's this like unspoken word. If you're a comedian, you should just be able to walk into any comedy club and stand in the back of the room. You're supporting other comics, you're supporting the club if you're buying drinks, whatever. But some people won't allow that. Like they're just like, no, I don't. You want to come to my show? You got to buy a ticket. But I did reach out to this woman. I think her name's Amanda, who produces the show at the Ice House. Said, hey, I'm a comedian. My friend is Buffy Metler. I'd love to come. Do you have any comp tickets? She said, yeah. How many? And I said 2. 1 for me and 1 for Miguel Rojas. So Miguel gets off of work around 8, I think. So I think the show is at like 9:45. So we'll see how I feel. First day doing this diet. I definitely don't want to go to the Ice House and be blowing up their toilet, even though the Ice House has like the nicest bathroom in the comedy industry. They're just remodeled, so the bathrooms are nice. They're big too. They're like bigger. They're like single person bathrooms, and it's like bigger than my first apartment. But yeah, so I plan on going there tonight. Can't drink alcohol now on this diet, so if anything, I'll drink a couple bottles of water. Yeah, right now I just want to take it out. Yeah. But I'll hit you guys up later, let you know how I'm feeling with this day one diet thing, and then also if I am or am not going to the Ice House. And then tomorrow's the Improv. So again, I might go to the Improv. I'm not sure. It's so new. We'll see how my body reacts, see how my body feels. What's up, y'all? We are heading off to the Ice House. I am getting out tonight. I didn't know how my stomach was going to feel since today's day one of
Amazon or UPS to do a hand.
Excuse me. Excuse my radio. No, I didn't know how I was going to feel. This is day one of the carnivore diet. Operation loses brisket off my chest. Operation bringing sexy back. Operation looking for sexy that I may or may not have had ever. I don't know. But what I do know is we are headed off to the ice house. My friend Buffy Metler, she's not a newer comic. She's newer to me. She's probably been doing this. I think she's been doing this about as long as I have, maybe a year longer than me. She's a very funny woman. She's been doing a lot of shows lately, and I like her writing style. She's a very dark comic. She has a very dark history, but I have mad respect because she's laying it all out there on the table and poking fun at it, and it's good. She's really good. She's a great writer. I thought I might be going solo, but I was able to get Miguel to come out. He worked till 7 or 8 o'clock. Him and I got off the phone a little while ago. He's heading over there now. So we're going to meet up and just hang out. We might get some food, may or may not get some food. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm still kind of not hungry. I had that ribeye steak and eggs earlier today. That was around 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's now almost, what are we at, 9:30 or so. And I still feel pretty full. I'm not really that hungry. Maybe I'll get some at the ice house, but like just meat only kind of a thing. I'm not sure. I'm just drinking water, no alcohol. But we're going to go. Buffy said that she was going to introduce me to the producer. Her name's Amanda something. I don't know. I've never met the chick before. We're friends on Facebook, I believe. That's the thing out here. A lot of comics are like, start following each other because they're comedians. And then you end up seeing them out at a show, and you're just like, why do you look familiar? Then you look, you're like, oh, we follow each other on Instagram, or we follow each other on Facebook, and yeah. So I don't know if I've been following this chick for very long, but I looked her up, and I guess her and I are friends on Facebook. She has this Laughing Unicorn show or whatever. I think it's mostly like an LGBT Q plus like show. Buffy's straight. I'm straight. I've done those shows too. I've done those shows, and they're a lot of fun because you're not like. Here's the thing: when I go do a show in front of a bunch of black people and all the comedians are black, and then I'm the only white guy, you kind of stand out. Therefore, your comedy is different. I feel like there's more of a reason to listen at that point. This show, you go into an LGBTQ show, they all have similar jokes about coming out to their parents, being in the gay community, gay pride weekend, whatever. And so when you hear those jokes, if you hear one comic get up and do it, and then the next comic gets up and does something similar, and then the next comic gets up and something in the same wheelhouse, you're just like, okay, this is everything. It's like someone getting up, like having 10 guys in a row get up and do dick jokes. It's like, and then having a woman get up and do different jokes. She's probably going to stand out. I like standing out. Buffy will probably stand out on this show. We'll see. But I'm just excited to go out. I'm excited that my gut isn't all messed up yet. I say yet because it probably will get messed up soon. I'm trying to be good. I had like my electrolyte pack came in from Amazon. It's basically 30 small little hydration packs you put in water. It's called Element. It's the letters LMNT. Element is how they pronounce it. Makes sense. But damn, was it salty. It said mix between 16 ounces and 32 ounces of water. I think I'm going to have to go up to like 25 to 32 ounces of water. Because I mixed it in maybe 12 ounces of water. Because I just used like a little glass cup that I had. It might have been 16 ounces, but wow, was it... It had a nice citrus flavor to it. It almost has like a lemonade type flavor, but man, was it salty. Oh, it took me... I thought I was just going to pound it and just just pound it real fast. You know what I mean? Chug it. I couldn't. I could not chug it. It was so salty. It took me like 5 minutes to drink it. Yeah. I wasn't trying to savor it, but man, it was pretty potent. But that's good for like salt so that you stay hydrated. You got to drink a lot of water, and then you get that salt, and then that salt helps you absorb and keep the water in. Because especially when you change this diet, your body doesn't know what to do. It's like, where's my carbs that I normally get for fuel? Oh, I can't use that. Okay, well, I gotta figure. Okay, I'm shifting to fat. I'm gonna start burning fat for fuel. So in that process, you can get diarrhea. It's not something I'm a giant fan of, but it is what it is. But anytime you have diarrhea, whether you're changing your diet or not, like one of the first things you can do is get extremely dehydrated because you lose a lot of fluid. So I am going to be doing these electrolytes, at least in the short term, but it most likely will become a regular part of my diet, my daily diet. And that was like $45 for 30. Oh my God, the upfront cost is $45, but you're like, well, that's a month if you have one a day. That's a month supply for $45. I easily spend upwards of $10 to $20 a day at Starbucks. I can eliminate some of that and spend some money on electrolytes. Yeah, so we'll see how that ends up over the next few days. I still have some more prime rib I'll probably eat tomorrow when I get up, or maybe tonight when I get home. I don't know. That's the thing, the carnivore diet, they say like there's no restrictions. Eat when you're hungry. So I'm assuming that means I can eat before I go to bed. I should look that up, because no one, out of all the research I've done, no article did I read, everything I said was no restriction diet. Like, don't restrict yourself, eat till you're full, comfortably full, and then when you're ready, if you want to snack on like chicharrones, pork rinds, snack on maybe a little bit of cheese, something easy to eat. But yeah, nothing says don't eat late at night. I mean, that could be common sense though, because technically you shouldn't ever eat right before you go to bed, because then the food's just sitting in your stomach. More research to do, I guess. Oh man, let me not get a great view of my triple chin. So I just walked out of the ice house. The show's still going. I'm just exhausted. I think I hit like a wall while I was in that show. I did get to see my friend Buffy. Got to see two other comics I know, Sean Porter and this guy, Billy McCartney. Great. All three of them did great. I saw a few other comedians. They did okay. Buffy talked about introducing me to the producer of the show. I actually met her tonight and had a few chances to chat with her. She didn't seem very pleasant. Just at least on the surface. A little abrasive. Just, trying to get us to get in the room when Miguel and I were having a conversation with someone else. She came up and was just like, oh, we're going to close the door. Like, well, then fucking close the door, dude. Like, I'll come in when I'm ready to come in. Do you know what I mean? Like who gives a fuck if the door's closed? You don't lock the door in or out. Bartenders and waiters are going in and out with food. So I thought that was just, like, unnecessary. You didn't need to have to start the conversation out like that. And they were comp tickets, so she asked us if I were assigned seats, and I said no. I can look at the seating chart. And she's like, "Oh no, just wait here. We'll figure it out." And then I reached in my pocket, because the lady at the front door, when I told her I was on the list, she did give me a piece of paper. So I pulled out the piece of paper, and then sure enough, it had a table number on there. So I showed it to me, and she's like, "Oh, you do have one." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know what this was." And then so we got seated, but whatever. Someone in that position, being a producer, probably like a little stressed out. Maybe it wasn't a sold out room. I mean, there was a lot of empty seats. So maybe she having to deal with the club, she might be stressed out because of that. Maybe because she was about to get up on stage. I don't know. But it wasn't a warm feeling. It didn't make me go, oh yeah, this is a producer I definitely want to do a show with. And she does bringer shows. And again, I treat every show like a bringer show, but I don't know what her policy is. Like, oh, you only get X amount if you... And all her comics were doing like 6 to 8 minutes. I'm trying to find shows where I can do at least 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah. I'm just sorry. I probably sound so different than when I recorded when I was coming over. I'm so tired right now. I didn't get any carbs today. No carbs, just protein and fat. So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home and go to bed. All right, love y'all. Bye.